Hey guys, I was just thinking about the number one question men have about approaching women, and that is simply, what do I say to her? Now, it's a valid question because when there's like a lot of emotions running, whether it's fear, some kind of anxiety, or there's uncertainty, it makes sense to think it would be nice to know what to say. Now, a lot of coaches will tell you that it doesn't matter what you say. It's all about the energy behind it, and that's absolutely true, and we'll get to that. But in that moment of tension where you see somebody that you like is really attractive, and you've got all the stuff is flying around inside of her, what do I say? Or the other voices say, oh, she looks like she'd be bothering her, or she's in a hurry, I'm in a hurry, all this nonsense that's getting in the way of a very simple and natural desire for a man to connect with a woman. Now, you know, Fearless, that we do not teach techniques or lines or game, any of that stuff. We introduce men to their feeling and their, not just their emotions, but also their solidity, their masculine frame, their presence in the world. That said, a friend of mine who is a seduction coach in Valencia, Spain, he's a great guy, has this thing that he tells his students what to say. And it's so elegant, and it's so simple, and it's so authentic that I wanted to share it with you. It's simply this. First of all, you have to make an agreement with yourself. And that agreement is like a promise. Promise to you or to a friend. And the promise is that when I see something really good, I will say something. Now, that promise has to be rock solid inside of you. Because part of this process is developing self-trust. So when you say to yourself a promise, when I see something really good, I'm going to say something, or make that promise to a friend, that you mean it. A promise is a promise. Now, the line, or this technique, or whatever you want to call it, is simply this. When you see a woman that you are attracted to, you walk up to her and you say, excuse me, I feel a little shy saying this. That's part one. It's a beautiful thing to say, because now you are expressing what you're feeling. And shy is a very nice way of saying terrified or nervous. It has just a nice vibe to it. So the word itself is very specific. Second part is, but I made a promise to myself, or to a friend, I made a promise to myself that when I see something really good, I must say something. And the third part is, and with you, it's easy. And then you tell her how much you admire her hair, or how she walks, or the smile on her face. And that's it. It's so beautiful because when you say, excuse me, I feel a little shy saying this, now you are being actually vulnerable. And a woman understands that you are not coming on to her, you're not pushing anything, you're merely stating your emotional presence. Then you say, I made a promise to myself that when I see something good or beautiful, I must say something. Well, you made a promise to yourself. And when you say that, what the woman hears is, wow, this man made a promise to himself, and he's fulfilling this promise to himself or to a friend. And that is highly masculine. That is trustworthy. There's a security in that. And when you say, but with you it's easy, and you say what you say, it can land in a way which is like a gift. Now, the times that I've done this, and the men who have tried it, say exactly the same thing. Excuse me, I'm feeling a little shy saying this. This is when the woman goes, oh, here's a man who's showing up with some kind of authenticity. He's just sharing something with me. And then you say about the thing about the promise. Now they are thinking and feeling, wow, this guy's solid. I'm here. I remember I said this to a woman once, and that's when she took off her dark glasses, because there was a promise of something good coming, something that was going to honor her. And then when you say the last thing, it's just so beautiful because it's very authentic. Now, this said, some caveats. If you're not feeling shy, don't say it. It's inauthentic. If you're feeling angry or sad, say what you're thinking or feeling. And that goes to this other part, which is, what do you say to a woman that you don't know? What you're thinking and what you're feeling. That's it. You don't have to say anything else. You don't have to be clever. Just, if for those of you guys who have never said to a woman, excuse me, I saw you and I wanted to say hi and I feel nervous now. Do you know what their reaction is 90% of the time? They'll put their hands, they'll touch your arm and say, you don't have to be nervous. Because they feel you. You're not trying to pretend to be anything else. And going back to the earliest comment I made about how it doesn't matter what you say. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you say. It's all about the energy behind it. In fact, even saying, okay, I have to tell her what I'm thinking and feeling is a prescription in and of itself. Just to say hello without having to explain yourself or why you came to talk to her or anything else, just say hello and introduce yourself, say your name, and see what happens. That's all I have to say. Have fun out there. When you get out there, have a lot of fun. That's it. Okay, thanks, bye.